guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you 5 ways to get juicy lips. I think I'm not the only one, but back in like the 2016-2017 era, I used to be so obsessed with matte lips because that was the trend back then, and I would buy so many ColourPop matte lipsticks, which turned out did not look good on me because I have a lot of lines on my lips, and whenever I apply it on matte lipsticks, it would crack and it would just look really bad, especially when I have dry lips, and it would just dry out my lips even more. But now I'm so glad that juicy and glossy lip is the trend, and I just think that it fits me much better. So in this video, I'm going to show you 5 ways to get that super glowy, glossy, juicy lips that looks like you just bit into a peach and all the water is just all over your lips. Let's go ahead and get started. First method is my favorite way because it's super easy, convenience, all in one step, and super hydrating, and that is to use a hydrating lip balm. The lip balm I have here is Rhode Peptide Lip Tint in the color Raspberry Jelly. I love this because it's so easy to put in my bag and apply it anywhere because it's just one item, and I love how moisturizing my lips feels because it has peptide. It's important for someone who has super dry lips that constantly peel, so I have to consistently put on lip balms for my lips to feel soft and buttery. Look at how juicy my lips look. I also think it has pretty good color payoff, but with a lot of lip balms and lip tint, you really want to get like the darker color if you care so much about color payoff, because with the lighter color or like a nude color, it doesn't cover up your natural lips color as well unless you get a more darker shade. The formula is also really lightweight. It also doesn't have any plumping mechanism, which honestly I hate because I don't like my lips to feel tingles. Like it's actually quite uncomfortable for me. It honestly feels like I'm eating butter and there's like a butter layer form on my lips. It feels so soft and just like, oh, I love it so much. Also, because it's a lip balm, it's not sticky at all. And just because you want juicy lips doesn't mean you want sticky lips, right? And who wants sticky lips for the summer? Oh, I do want to mention the one con I feel like for this product is that because it's so slippery and jelly-like texture, when you squeeze it and then you apply it on, it kind of gets everywhere. It's quite messy. Unless you kind of blend it in and take a little bit more time to blend it into your lip and erase all the corner edges. Otherwise, this is pretty nice and convenient, but you do have to maneuver it a little bit to get the result that you want. The second method is probably the one where you're gonna get the most juicy and glossy lips that looks like you have water all over your lips, and that is to use a lip oil. I have here the Clarin lip oils, which I love, and this is in the shade Cherry. But before you apply on lip oil, make sure that you're applying on an SPF lip balm. I saw this video on TikTok that was so controversial because it's of this girl who was using the Dior lip oil and her lip color changed and darken. We all know that we should be using SPF. I mean, hello, I have so many videos of me trying out a bunch of sunscreen on my channel, but don't forget your lips as well, guys. It's even worse when you have on lip oil because it causes your lips to sunburn quicker. Just like when you're frying an egg, you put oil so that the whole surface is easier to fry. Yeah, that's how your lip is gonna feel when you're out in the sun wearing lip oil without SPF. That's why I tried out so many SPF lip balm, and I found that this is the best one. This is the Jack Black Intense Therapy Lip Balm in SPF 25. This one doesn't have any white cast, but it also doesn't taste weird because, I mean, you apply it on your lips, you're obviously going to eat it, or at least taste it because it's gonna get in your mouth, but this one doesn't have any taste. Like the name suggested, the lip balm is on a thicker consistency, so it doesn't feel like an easy glide on your lip. You actually have to squeeze pretty hard on the bottle, blends it out on your lip. But because of that, I feel like it is very moisturizing, and it's not just because it has SPF, but it actually is a really great lip balm. On the other hand, for the Clarin lip oil, I think this is the best lip oil I've ever tried because I've used a few like the drugstore lip oils, and I can confidently say I hate them because they are so tacky and sticky, and I honestly hate that feeling so much because I just imagine myself walking down the street and then the wind blows my hair and it sticks on my lips, and oh, it just feels so gucky. But with this, it doesn't feel like my hair is like full of sticky consistency. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I am very particular with my lip oil, and this one feels extremely lightweight and hydrating. It also has great color payoff, but I do feel like because I chose a darker muted color instead of like the more like pink, the more brighter color, I think those could be a little bit hard to get the color payoff, but this one has great color payoff. I also love the thick applicator because look at how easy it applies on my lip. There is one con, however, for this product is that the packaging leaks. I would put this in my bag and I would find that there is a red stain in my bag, which is so bad. So I don't even carry this when I am bringing like expensive bags or anything that I feel like I could ruin, because this liquid is so lightweight, so it seeps right out of the packaging and it would just leak. So be careful when you put this in your bag. Other than that, this is a great combination because look at how juicy and glossy my lips is. But make sure when you're using this, make sure to put on an SPF, especially when you're gonna be out in the sun. The third method is an easier one product step, and that is to use a glossy lipstick. I have here the Hourglass Volumizing Glossy Balm, and even though it's called balm, it is nowhere near hydrating enough to be a lip balm. So I would consider this to be a glossy lipstick because I would not wear this to keep my lips hydrating, but I would wear this to get the glossy effect of a lipstick. For this product, I have on the color Miss, and this is when I wanted to give a nude color a try for a glossy lipstick, and this is why I constantly remind you that if you're gonna buy a glossy product, then you want to get like a deeper color tone because the color payoff wouldn't be as great for a lighter shade. And even though it said it's volumizing, I don't feel that big of a tingling sensation because I have tried the Tarte volumizing lip gloss and that one is extreme. This one just feels like a whip of cool minty feelings. It doesn't have any strong like tingling sensation. And the reason I don't consider this to be a lip balm is because it attracts so easily all the little fuzz ball, which I hate, and I don't know where it comes from. It literally, when I apply it on, I feel all the fuzziness on my lip, which I hate. But you can't ignore the fact that this gives your lips such a glossy and reflective look in one product that is in a stick, and it glides on beautifully. An alternative glossy lipstick that I also like is this Lancome Butter Glow Lip Balm. I don't consider this a lip balm because it is not as hydrating. Also doesn't give that much juiciness to your lip, but one thing it does really well is that it has great color payoff and it feels really lightweight and doesn't feel sticky at all. I think because the formula is on a thicker consistency than the Hourglass, it doesn't move around that much and it doesn't slip off your lips. Whereas this one, I do feel like it would slip around like the inner corner of my lip. If you know, you know, but this one doesn't do that and it stays pretty intact on my lip. So I guess the theme between these two is either having a beautiful glossy juicy lips but having the product glides around your lip and move everywhere, or having less glossiness, less juiciness, but have great color payout and also stay intact on your lip. Your decision. The fourth method requires a little bit more work and effort in the beginning, but you're gonna get great payout throughout the day, and that is to use a lip mask. and a lip balm. I have here the Wonderskin lip mask in the color Whimsical. If you watch a lot of makeup videos on TikTok, then you've probably seen people using this as like their first step, and it is like a bluish purplish color, and at first I thought it was like that's the shade, and I was like, wow, you're rocking that color. But actually this is a lip mask that you first apply it on and then you remove it after like 1 to 2 minutes. If this is the shade, I would not be rocking it whatsoever, but you do just want to leave it on for like a couple of minutes or until it's fully dry. And once it's dry, you want to clean it with a wet Q-tips and remove all the top layers. And it will leave you this beautiful color that darkens the longer you leave it on. And then I go in with the Summer Friday Lip Balm in the shade Pink Sugar. And this is supposed to have a little bit of a pink tint, but honestly, I don't notice any color payoff of this shade. I mainly just use it because it's a lip balm and it is so glossy on the lip. Because the lip mask already gives my lip such a beautiful color and it'll probably stay on for a few hours, I don't really need to worry about like the color payoff of whatever I apply on top. I've gone through this product but in their vanilla shade, which is like just the regular lip balm that has no tint whatsoever, and I honestly like that one better than this one. I don't know why. I think they're supposed to be the same formula, but I feel like that one is less sticky than this product. But you can't argue how glossy my lips look right now. I feel like I'm just eating a watermelon and juice is just flowing out of my lips. Does that sound weird? It does sound weird now that I think about it. But anyways, I love this combination. Oh, I do want to mention one thing about this product is the time that you apply it on to the time that it dries, it feels so uncomfortable. It literally feels like my lip is being suctioned or like sucked to the bone dry, and it does not feel good whatsoever. So that's why once you remove the top layer, you want to apply on a thick and buttery lip balm so that your lips feels hydrated. I feel like it's pretty obvious that once you apply on this lip mask, you won't get any residue throughout the day if you eat or drink, and you're only going to leave the residue of the lip balm. So color will stay strong on your lip. Fifth and last method that I cannot forget because it is the one that brought me this idea to make this video, and that is a glossy lip tint, or the one that comes to my mind when I think of a juicy lip is the Roman lip tint. This lip tint is so popular, and I feel like if you watch any Korean makeup videos, you cannot not see this product in the video. Even the name said it all. It is the Juicy Lasting Tint, and I have the shade Peeling Angdoo and also Bare Apricot. This is one of the products I feel like worth the hype because it has great color payoff. When you apply it on, it is crucial that you don't rub your lips together. I feel like that's very easy for anyone to apply on a lipstick, and you want to rub your lips together so that you can spread it out. But this product, that is a big no-no. You just want to apply it on your bottom and top lips separately, so don't rub your lips at all, and it will leave you this beautiful glossy lips. I love the application because it is so thin and small, so you can precisely apply it all over your lips in all the corners. It does have a little bit of a weight, like it is sticking onto your lip, like it's holding on, so that you have beautiful color payoff. Just because the name says it's juicy doesn't mean it's moisturizing, so make sure to wear a lip balm underneath this, especially if you have dry lip. But since this is a tint, it will leave a little bit of an imprint on your cup if you drink water, and when you remove the product, you will have a little bit of a tint afterward, which honestly I don't mind. Otherwise, with it being one product that gives your lips such a beautiful color payoff and glossy look, I'd say this is a winner. So that is my 5 methods to get plummy, glossy, juicy looking lip, and I hope you guys try it out and let me know which one is your favorite, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.